Yeah.
Belong to the city.
Yep.
But it look like the countryside.
Yeah. Smaller and less bustly.
Lúa này, lúa non lắm.
Driver, he showed the rice paddy.
Yeah.
So some, just not many, few area of this district
Yeah.
still have the rice paddy.
Yeah. I noticed they seem to have oranges or something growing over there as well.
Lúc mình về mình chảy đường đó, chảy ra đường đó là lòng đó.
Nói chung cái đường về em đi sao đi chen cái đường đi tới không, nó đang quay clip
Nó đang quay không?
nó đang quay lúc lên xe là không quay mà.
À, chút đi đường kia.
Anh đi cái đường nào sao đừng giống
Đâu giống được.
I find it interesting the signs in English. Some of the signs are in English.
Yeah.
The bakery,
Yeah,
even
bakery.
though I suppose bakery may have come over.
Nói chung chút chạy trong đây á, đừng giống cái đường cũ, còn miễn ra quốc lộ thì tất nhiên quốc lộ thì nó
Đúng rồi.
Nó quốc lộ thì
Đúng rồi.
y chang đường
Có nghĩa là mình đi tới được đầu chỉ vòng lên nó ra được. không có về trở lại đường đây, đường khác mà bảo đảm không có giống đâu.
So the right hand side is cemetery.
Yeah.
Now in the government, in the city,
Yeah.
the government trying to remove some cemetery in the city center
Yeah.
and use the land for the hospital,
Yep.
resident building,
Yeah.
for the school.
Yeah.
And the government want to change the tradition of the Vietnam from bury into cremation.
Yeah.
Well, Vietnamese people, we try to stay away from cremation.
Yep.
Because we think if we do cremation, it means we will hurt our family one more time.
Yep.
Wow, đồ nó làm hút cái gì? Hút cái gì? Để đổ bê tông.
Yeah, my family we normally do burial.
Yeah.
But-
now people do cremation in
Yeah.
Australia.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do. And then, but in my family we do burial, but we've got what we call lawn cemeteries. So it's mostly just grass with either the headstone set in the grass or a strip of concrete the headstones go on. So it's like a park. It's very hot today, 37, 39.
So March and April,
Yep,
hottest months of the year. And in the hot temperature, in the hot season,
Yeah.
we have two problems. The first problem, that is many cases, many houses get fire.
yeah,
The second problem is happening in the Mekong Delta. That is salinity.
oh, okay.
The salted water from the ocean
Yeah.
enter, the Mekong Delta.
Yeah, because people are taking too much water from the Mekong and maybe rainfall's decreased.
The news lies one mountain in the Mekong Delta
Yeah.
just get fire.
Yeah. That's what's happening with this global warming, The fires in Australia are becoming worse.
Yeah, I heard bushfire before pandemic.
Yeah, we have very big bushfires, and but they becoming more frequent and larger, happening over a longer period. So the fire season in the northern hemisphere and the fire season in the southern hemisphere are now overlapping. it's pretty evident they're well cared for, these grave sites. So are these people selling lottery tickets or something?
Priority for the people who are selling tickets, only for old people or for the children.
Yeah.
One lottery ticket is cost you around 10,000 Vietnam.
Yeah.
If you win for 6 numbers, biggest prize, you will get around 100,000 US dollars.
Yeah. So we're changing province now.
You know, after the French left Vietnam from 1954,
Yeah.
country was split north and south.
Yeah, that's correct.
1954 to 1975, Mekong was the Vietnam War. And in that period, Vietnam with the same North and South
Yep.
Korea. We also had DMZ as well.
Yeah.
It's located at the 17 parallel in the Wang
Yep.
province. North communists get support from the Soviet Union in China. South get support from US. 1954 to 1965, the US supported to the southern Vietnam for money and weapons.
Yep.
And from 1965 to 1972, the U.S. officially sent the army to the south of Vietnam. So Vietnam War get more serious, more than business. People come, they excavate the soil for making the house foundation. And local people of the Coddi district, they live on working in the greenhouse, working in the rubber plantation, working in the orchid garden,
Yeah.
and they also raise the dairy.
Okay, dairy cows. So, because in Asia, a lot of Asians are actually lactose intolerant because the dairy's not big in their diets.
The Asian one?
A lot of like Chinese and stuff, particularly, aren't very good with lactose because they didn't grow up with cow's milk.
We do, but in Vietnam we also do cow milk.
Yeah.
But industry for that not big, like you guys.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
also do import.
Cheese and
Yeah.
milk. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh.
in the cooking, we use the coconut milk.
Yes.
Instead, we use the cheese.
Yeah.
Or rubber tray, you see?
Yeah.
Or rubber tray.
Where's Long Tan from here?
Long term is another direction.
Yeah, yeah.
This will take you around 2 hours or 2 hours and 30 minutes from the city center.
Okay.
And the tourists, almost vegan from Australia, they
Yeah, yeah.
visit that battlefield.
Yeah.
And they also visit, the Vũng Tàu.
Yeah. Vũng Tàu.
Beach.
Yeah. One of our ships used to be known as the Vũng Tàu Ferry. Because that's where the Australians disembarked to go inland.
Yeah.
And the Battle of Long Tan is quite historic in Australia because that was our largest single day of casualties in the Vietnam War. And that was a group that actually involved conscripts, but they were conscripts that had volunteered to be in the deployed forces.
So I saw some veterans, Australian
Yeah.
people visit that battlefield in the rubber plantation.
Yeah.
They visit the cross. And,
Yeah, the memorial.
so we nearly to arrive the tunnel.
Oh, good. That'd explain all the tourist buses.
Yeah. So we arrived. I think that we arrived at times when the tourists finish at the.
Oh, good.
We're walking inside the jungle around 2 hours with some activity.
Yeah.
Documentary. You will see the map of the Coddi tunnel and the
Yeah.
Coddi jungle from before 1975.
Yeah.
And you also see the bomb crater. The big hole were damaged by the B-52.
Yep.
You see the second engines of Guerrilla, Tiger Trap, fighting trench ventilation system,
Yeah.
the dead body of American tank, the uniform for male and female,
Yep.
gallery of the Guerrilla Trap, and where you can see Guerrilla recycle everything from the nature and also from the U.S. Army waste.
Yep.
And walk half route inside the forest, we will arrive the shooting range.
Yep.
There we stop 10 minutes for the toilet, or for some drink, or for resting,
Yep.
or for have a look how to make the rice paper.
Yep.
In the case if you want to shoot, you can buy the bullet for shooting.
Yep.
And tourists like to shoot AK-47 and M16.
Yeah.
Some tourists want to meet a Rambo.
Of course they do.
They buy the bullet for M60 machine gun.
Oh, yeah.
After the shooting range, we enter the tunnel. Do you have any problem for the festival?
No.
Okay. The tunnel for the tourists is only long for 100 meters.
Yeah.
But every 20 meters has the exit.
Yeah.
I will guide you inside the tunnel. If you don't have any physical problem, so I will guide you.
Yeah.
After finish 20 meters, I will confirm you want to keep going or go out.
Depends if there's a tiger in there. Depends if there's a tiger in there. If there's a fucking tiger in there, I'm getting out. Do you still have tigers in Vietnam?
No more.
No.
No more.
That's sad, isn't it?
So a long time ago, when tiger come, and they get the cattle from the village,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also harm people.
Yeah.
And the people, that time they did one thing. They
What's
tried
like
to
kill them?
they tried to canonize the tiger. They built a temple to canonize the tiger.
Yeah.
So superstitious.
They're a bloody big animal.
But not at one time.
I was watching a thing where some people were doing a tug of war with a lion. The lion had the rope. There were like 10 men trying to pull the rope from the lion.
From its neck, you mean?
No, it was wherever it was. I don't know where it was, but they had a rope. 10 big muscly guys trying to pull the tiger, pull the lion, and the lion just stood there firm and held them.
So just bring something valuable and accessory.
Yep.
Money, wallet, phone, please be with you.
Yeah.
And just for accessory thing is, water,
Yeah.
sunglasses, and a hat.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have any sunglasses.
You want one more toilet?
Yeah, may as well when we get there, but I take it we pull up here and walk through past one.
You
don't
want more toilet?
Nope.
We'll tell the driver stop at a toilet for you.
we? Yeah. I don't feel any great need, so
Không mắc tiểu rồi, thả cái chỗ mua vé rồi.
Tại chỗ mua vé luôn đó không? Tại chỗ mua vé đó anh có gì anh chạy ra ngoài nếu không có mắt, ông đó đứng không có mắt chạy ra ngoài đó cái nào đi alo chạy vô nha.
Alo, anh vô cái chỗ
Chỗ không vé sao? Chỗ toilet đó. Chỗ không vé cổng ra.
anh muốn đậu thôi, không khách là
Ừ.
thôi.
Không có nghĩa là ở trong đây mà không có còn bóng mát thì chạy ra ngoài chứ đứng này nó nóng lắm. Bóng mát thì còn ở trong đây khỏi ra. Ổn chừng mấy giờ ra?
we're getting out here or
Dạ.
I'll pull this out.
Không có mở phim rồi không? Thì đi đường khác có tiệm tạp hóa ghé lại đúng không?
Oh, nice and warm. What is it out there? 37. Yeah, you can imagine living in those tunnels though. Would have been terribly uncomfortable.
They live there all daytimes.
Yeah. You know, when I was in the Navy, I used to work on the engines, and it was 65 degrees centigrade down there.
You mean in ship?
Yeah, in the engine room, where the boilers are, and 65 degrees centigrade almost all the time.
And how long time you stay there constantly?
Four
hours?
hours. You do 4 hours, then 8 hours off, 4 hours on, 8 hours off. And then if you had action stations and stuff, you don't have time off. And then, yeah, it was terribly uncomfortable. Yeah.
Not for me.
What?
Not for me.
Not for you. 65. 65 is not comfortable. I don't know anyone that's comfortable with 65 degrees centigrade.
65 Celsius degree?
Yeah,
Oh, too hot.
yeah. Fucking horrid. So when I rode across Australia, yeah, I had a series of days that were 43 degrees centigrade. and I would drink while I was riding 13, 14 litres of water, yeah, and I wasn't pissing because it was all coming out of my skin.
So the Navy ship wartime
Yeah.
stay on the ocean almost. How do you get the fresh water from it?
You make it.
You try to
No, you make-
from this.
You do make it from the sea. So you bring it in.
You brought
and-
it?
Yeah, you bring it in and you evaporate it. So normally what we do is we create less than atmospheric pressure, so water boils off earlier, and then the vapor we condense, and that's fresh water. Yeah. So our ships, the engines we used to boil water to run through a steam turbine. So we made, what did we make? We used to make 1,000 gallons an hour. 1,000 gallons of water an hour at very high purity, and that was one of the problems for our veterans, is that distilling process exaggerated Agent Orange, made Agent Orange worse, because when they evaporated, the Agent Orange used to carry over, but it would be more distilled than it was when it was in the water.
So we have the more special SWAT.
Yeah.
The communists, they try to stay in the brackish water.
Yeah, yeah,
They try to cook,
Yeah.
separate the fresh water and the salt.
yeah,
Try to cook in a pan, make
Yeah.
it airtight. Cook.
yeah,
On top, they put the cold water.
yeah.
Steam, fly up
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the cold water.
So you know when you look at the old movies where they've got a still and they've got the vessel and then they've got the copper pipe, what they're doing there is the boiling off alcohol.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
exactly.
Distillation. So
Same.
yeah, it's the same process basically. So what you're doing is you're heating it up, the stuff that evaporates off, you run it through that coil, it cools and comes out as a liquid. It's roughly the same practice when you're doing seawater. You put water in there, but what had happened is if you did that on a ship, you just end up with all salt at the bottom and you'd have to work on that, right? So what we do is we only take off a bit of water all the time, so the salt water comes in at one density, and then when it comes out it's more dense in salt but it's still a liquid. So we pull it off, yeah, and so what we do is we normally bring water in, it goes through a condenser, which is, so the cool water goes up, goes through a condenser, gets partly heated, then it goes down to the bottom where there's submerged elements or heated plates, and it gets heated up again, and because that cold bit's up the top, it pulls the gas out, the heavy with moisture gas, and then what we do is we pump the rest over the side. So we're only taking, I'm not sure what the percentage would be, but it's most probably 5 or 10% of the water component out of salt water. So we most probably double the density. So when it comes in, it's one density, and then it's most probably twice as thick when it leaves. And then we still get salt build-up, but not really rapid salt build-up. Might take 3-6 months before we have to clean it. So what was this? Yeah, it looks like it. Big fences. Is that to keep people out or in? You don't want the military people getting out.
Tunnel?
No, this. Is that an old military base?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know Ho Chi Minh, when he wrote your Constitution, it's based off the American Constitution. Yeah? Because he was quite a student of their system. And he actually thought it had a lot of pros. But of course, as we see today, America can be very fragile. You know, like, you know, at the moment we have concerns with, say, China's expansion. And under Biden, you pretty much know what America would do under Trump. You can't be fucking sure. Trump knows pretty think they're still at war with Vietnam.
Đi vô đây qua Nguyễn Thị Lánh. Qua Bùi Thị Duyệt.
It's starting to rain.
Thì cái đoạn này nó cũ ra chỗ đây chứ sao? Nó chút chỗ đây thôi.
So when did you work on the cruise? When was that?
2018.
Oh, okay. Just before the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
You were lucky not to be there then.
I did a lot of jump over there, so I quit.
What's that?
I did a lot of jump over there, I
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah.
Went back home, went to work for 1 more year, and I make it happen.
Yeah. It's funny, people think that, you know, people forget how many people work really hard for a cruise to work. So that's a police car? Or,
That's for, you know, the street, you know, inspector.
Oh, okay.
Inspection.
Yeah.
They try to check it out which people do the business
Yeah.
occupy, you know, the sidewalk,
okay.
occupy the public area.
Okay. They don't do a very good job, do they?
So some, you know, people they selling coffee, they sell
Yeah.
on the table and they chair on the sidewalk.
Yeah, yeah.
When you know the inspection coming, they try to clear as soon as possible.
Yeah. Where maybe they'll get away if I just give him a coffee.
Yeah, exactly. So people, you know, for their business, you know, go smoothly.
Yeah, going to kindergarten or...
4 or 5.
Okay. In Australia, they're bringing it down to like 2, where they can. So it's not technically a school, but it's daycare.
Tao có mua gì đâu?
So
Hả? Tìm tạp hóa.
No.
Đây nè. Mua gì đó rồi trẻ qua đây đi luôn.
okay, I think Diet Coke, yes, or yeah. Don't worry about water though. Yeah.
Hot.
It is
Cold,
hot.
cold, I'm cold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm hot.
cold.
Yeah, point it over this way.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, okay.
That better?
Yeah. I'm cold.
I'm all wet.
Yeah.
Sir,
Oh,
I don't
thanks.
have
Okay.
Are you order?
Oh, I got it. Yeah. about making sure everyone gets on the ground. The Germans did it in Crete in World War II and never did it again after that because they lost 50% of their people jumping. Yeah? The Soviets in cold climates used to fly low and people used to jump out into the snow. But they used to lose a lot of people from hitting the snow hard. But parachuting is, particularly en masse, parachute assaults are really about just making sure you got people on the ground.
So you guys almost do parachute in the nighttime?
Well, no, most insertion is done during the day, or dawn or dusk when there's sunlight, because the people coming down need to know where they're going to land.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So in the movies where they're jumping in the dark, people do that, but it's not normally done where you get 100 people jumping out all at once. So normally 100 people jumping out all at once is actually about just getting a line of people on the ground. So their issue really is that after they land, they've got to reform. So in the dark, that's hard. So they normally want to be in the light. Where, special forces, they might do it, but they'll be carrying, much more expensive equipment. They're much more trained. And they're not about capturing a town or something. They're about getting inserted somewhere quiet. Yeah. Now, I wanted to do parachuting. I really did. I've done helicopter stuff. I've been in helicopters and winched up and down out of helicopters. That's that photo with the dog in front of the helicopter. That's what we're doing that day. So in the Navy, main reason we use guns is normally boarding vessels to search the vessel or capture the vessel, and normally on the wharf side to protect the vessel. Yeah.
The most popular name for the kangaroo.
Ah, no worries. That makes sense. Do you think she's got enough on this scooter?
We try everything on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
If you convey the stuff on the truck or the little truck, it costs you more money.
Yeah.
Double or maybe triple. But that's one, it's free.
Yeah.
Giờ khách sạn nha, giờ đó giờ
So it's a bit of a balancing game though, isn't it? Well, look, is that the policey?
That is the traffic police.
Yeah.
Try to pull over, the with vehicle through speeding.
Ah. So we're gonna have a
Chạy qua giật bắn tốc độ như bữa nha.
we're gonna have a police car go past us. Oh, here we go, motorbike.
Chết, bữa quất hết triệu bạc, nó đi ngựa 5 cân tiền ấy. Đấy, nó đuổi theo thằng nào đó thì xe tải đấy.
And everyone else speeding up to follow him.
Đúng lắm.
Police try to speeding to chase everyone. So, giờ mấy chiếc xe ở đây nó được trang bị, công an nó trang bị mấy chiếc 400 phân khối nó dí theo. Thằng nó đi chiếc 500 phân khối nó dí theo.
So he's not after the wood truck looking at this. He's after someone else.
This way also to the Tainan province.
Oh, good.
One way to the Tainan province.
Yeah.
So when we travel while heavy traffic, because many tourist buses to the tunnel,
Yeah.
many business truck to the Tainan province.
Ah, yeah. Oh, so is that the truck he's after? No? Oh, he's going somewhere else.
Đi nghỉ bữa đi ở Đồng Nai lố có 1 cây số mà không cho là không cho bà mẹ nó.
So the driver, he complains when he drive for another tour, he over speed only
1 kilometre.
only 1 kilometer.
Yeah.
He get to pay for the spine 1 million. He
Oh.
complained for that. And he said, you know, the police, traffic police didn't take, you know, the pride from him.
How inappropriate they didn't take a bribe.
So the traffic police tried to give the fine 1 million. He
Yeah.
tried to bargain 500. That was impossible.
No. See, most of our speed in Australia is recorded on cameras,
Yeah.
so you don't get to bargain. See, I normally drive myself around, but I decided because I'm not here very long, I'd just get a car, you know, like this. But normally I just drive around by myself. A friend of mine was in Hiroshima the other day,
Really?
and he was saying, because we both have a lot of experience with defence, like we're in the Navy together, and he still works for the Navy, but he's a civilian, and he was saying after going to Hiroshima, he's sort of questioning himself about what we do sometimes, you know, why did we do this, you know, like,
So he's still working?
yeah.
So what age, you know, military require you retirement?
Oh well, oh you can work up past 65 in the Navy these days. So depends if they need you. Yeah. So young people don't want to join.
Not good payment?
Oh, it pays very well, but they don't want to join.